Hi, I'm Duncan Edgar and I'm the Financial Counsellor here at Southcare. So today I'm going to talk to you about difficulties people are having with utility providers and meeting the expenses of energy bills. The biggest issue we see at Southcare is utility arrears, and in a lot of cases people who present to us are at serious risk of disconnection because they either failed to contact the supplier, dishonoured a payment arrangement, or are paying much less to their account than what they are using, and as a result are in a serious arrears. If you're struggling to pay for your utility bills such as power, gas or water, it is imperative that you contact the service provider as soon as possible. There is a misconception by some people that service providers cannot or will not disconnect supply, when in reality if you do not make payment on your account or keep in contact with your supplier, then you are very likely to be disconnected, and getting reconnected can be quite a difficult process. We always suggest to people that they make basic living costs such as rent and power a priority when deciding what to pay first when you have a limited income, as these can have the most significant consequences if you don't pay those expenses. Before you contact your provider, it is really important to work out what you can realistically afford to pay and start making those payments as soon as you can. It is important to work out what you can actually afford to pay, because if you make a commitment to pay more than you can, then you will most likely break any arrangement that you make, and that can make it more difficult to negotiate future arrangements. When working out what you can afford to pay, also bear in mind what your average consumption is, because if you are paying less than what you are using, then the arrears can quickly mount up, which will mean you will need to pay much more in the future to reduce those arrears. There are a number of things that suppliers can do to help you out. Firstly, all suppliers are required to have hardship policies and provide assistance to customers who are in financial difficulty. They may be able to postpone the due date for an account or enter into a longer term arrangement to pay amounts owed in instalments. Your supplier can also check that you're receiving all the concessions that you might be entitled to, whether you're on the best plan for the amount you consume, work out your average usage over 12 months to make repayments more manageable, and help you identify any appliances or habits that you have that are inflating your bills. Most suppliers will have a dedicated hardship or credit management department. The staff in these departments are trained to work with and assist people experiencing financial hardship. They also may be able to access specific assistance programs to help those people in financial hardship manage and reduce the arrears on the account. As an example, the Hardship Utility Grant Scheme allows people in financial hardship to access a grant to reduce the arrears on their accounts if they stick to a repayment arrangement for 6 months. Some providers have payment matching schemes where they match a customer's repayments, or programs that are specifically targeted at keeping people in hardship connected to their supplier. If you cannot come to a satisfactory arrangement with your supplier, you still have options. You can lodge a dispute with the Energy and Water Ombudsman, who can investigate the matter and make sure the supplier is meeting the requirements under the current laws and regulations. You can also see a financial counsellor who can assist you to negotiate with your supplier and advise you of your rights and your entitlements. We always suggest to people that they take time to assess what you are using and get an understanding of what appliances draw the most energy. You can save significant amounts of money by using appliances differently or replacing them with something else more efficient. We also suggest you don't be enticed to borrow from short-term lenders or payday lenders to pay utility bills. This may only mean that you end up in greater debt, paying off a lot more than you originally owed.